We are live, and let's give a shout out to the sponsors here as we get started in game number 5. Of course, TSL4, sponsored by Twitch TV and Razer. Don't forget to check out www.TSL+ for more information on how you can subscribe, get 1080p, get involved in the raffle every week, get a free poster, the 5% store discount, and so much more. So let's introduce our players here in the eastern position on Metropolis as the blue Zerg. It is Startail Life. And over on the west side as the red Zerg, also from Team Startail, it is Curious.
And I doubt we'll see any early pulls on a map this big here. Most likely just hatchery first into extractor spawning pool. And we'll see how that's going to map out for both of these guys, as that's the usually setup of the initial build. In terms of actual unit composition and strategies here, we could see double evolution chamber Zerglings come out on a map this big to have the mobility of those Lings to bring down that third base, because if you don't go for that kind of style, it is more difficult to bring down that third base on a map this big, and that may be something that either one of them will want to jump upon.
And, I mean, would you say that Life has actually done that a little bit better in this series? As far as I'm thinking back to that game, I think it was game 3 on Ohana, right?
Yeah. That was the best game that he did it so far in terms of Ling run bys. He did open up with 1-1 Lings on that map, and it did work out rather well for him. To be honest, I think that Life was controlling a lot of that game for the majority of this. Kind of safety precautions, because on a map this big, you are expected to take a hatchery first here. Which of course Life is doing, and if that's what you're expected to do, then some players do like to throw in that early pool to catch you off guard.
It's a little kind of it's I guess a little strange, just because Curious is usually the one throwing down the earlier pool, but I guess if you're going to be practicing that kind of build and that kind of behavior, that kind of aggression, then you're also going to be ready for it and know when it might be time to, you know, cut a few corners there and get that out sooner. So there, the extractor is going to be finishing up for Life. The extractor is already done for Curious. He's 16 gas in. And I mean, as far as the game is concerned right now, they'll be about even when it comes to the actual, you know, their speed timing, etc. But I think that ultimately we're going to have this hatchery finish up for Life there much sooner than Curious. But you know, really, this early in the game, it's not going to make that big of a difference.
Yeah, I mean, the difference is that he's droning, or mining, sorry, with 4 drones more than his opponent for roughly 30 seconds there. And then it's caught up to almost equal, as it's 18 versus 17 now. But Life is, or does have Lings coming out. He shouldn't really take any losses, though. He is using the drone as well for a bit of DPS. Does take 2 Ling losses, and it goes into a 4v4 fight. And it looks like one of Curious's Lings comes out ahead. Nice little extractor trick to save that. And with the Queens popping out, that's that over. Both of them do have speed at the same time. Baneling Nest coming down. It could be aggressive. It could be defensive. It really depends on how they want to play it out.
And this might be one of the first times we've seen Curious actually plop down his Baneling Nest in response. A lot of times we've seen him go immediately for that Roach Warren. But ironically, it hasn't ever really put him in in an advantageous position, because he's always attacked with those roaches, and every single time it's kind of been stuffed. So at this point in time, we're going to see Baneling Nest versus Baneling Nest. Speed is almost at identical times, and a few more Lings are going to be coming out here for Life. In fact, no drones, just 10 Lings coming out here for Life. There we have some drones sneaking out, but I do think he's going to be a bit aggressive here.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of need to build Lings initially at this stage of the game, right before speed is done, because you know your opponent's speed is going to be done as well. And as your speed is done, you want to try to scout out as fast as possible. 2 Banelings or 3, 4 Banelings being morphed, get spotted immediately by Curious, who has speed at a really good time as well. And he's actually going to lose a couple of Banelings there. And that's actually massive.
It is. He loses both of them, but he's got a third one building in. Now, keep in mind that there's still a nice amount of Zerglings coming in here, and a couple of Banelings are morphing in right now. They're not quite ready. Of course, you can see that the Spine Color's not finished yet either. And there's a Baneling hit on the drones, but I think he's going to go out of here relatively unscathed.
Yeah, you don't see too much Ling baneling aggression anymore in this matchup, just because Spines and Queens are always there to deflect it, and this now has been set back, and now it's time to go to the next stage of this game. We see the gas coming down. Right now, though, of course, Life does have to just build 2 banelings to defend against what's outcoming, but you might as well make units or use of those units that you had to use to defend, and of course this will get cancelled out. But as I was saying, there's the double evolution chamber coming down, so it looks like we will be seeing that Ling focus style. Is Curious going to go Roach focus? Because if he does, he's going to lack the mobility, the creep spread to protect his third base. Roaches are really, really slow until you get that layer and that Roach speed upgrade. So I'm really liking the way that Life set this up so far.
Yeah, I think it's quite good. And here we're going to have a couple banelings caught off guard. Is he going to be able to get that last one? No, he is not. Those two banelings do manage to stay alive. He's going to send one Ling in there, try to get the job done. But Assassin Ling is going to fail badly. And we'll just have the both players staying back a little bit. I love these two banelings here in the smoke. He's not going to... Oh, he might be able to bring him in. He does get land one. And it's just keeping his opponent inside the base, and I like this because the third base is going up for Curious. He's got one baneling sitting on top of the third for his opponent, so keeping him busy while he gets that up. On the other hand, you've got Life going for Lair. We just now see Lair starting for Curious side, but having that advantage, and here we go, as Baneling's not going to be able to kill that drone, but he can block him for a little bit, and it's not going to happen either, and that third base is going to go down.
And both of these players trying to get to the same location, just taking a different pathway to get there. And I much prefer Life. With a double evolution chamber, the later third base is much, much better here because you get to use the tech advantage. Life, pulls these Lings down here. One Billing goes down, a second one of Curse is going to go down, and that will open up Billings to be made, Lings to reinforce this so he can try to bring down that third base. And with his 1-1 upgrades, he very well could do this.
Now, you mentioned is Curious going to go with the Roach style. We do have the Roach Warren going with just the one Evo chamber and a lot of the Baneling Ling action going on here. So you have Banelings moving in. 4 additional Banelings are being morphed around the base of Life, but Curious is going to be able to overwhelm with these Lings. And here comes a Baneling from the back. He's going to get a nice hit, and he will get a cancellation on this third.
Oh, really big hit there because Life's the one meant to be doing this to Curious, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Because of the tech advantage and so on. His Ling upgrades are about to kick in. Roaches are on the way out. Let's see how slow they're going to work out. This set of Lings should be cleaned out. There's 2 Banelings there, but can he get the hits necessary? Is he going to? Great micro by Curious. 1 hit goes down there, DJ Wheat, and it should get cleaned out, and it should.
Wow. It was really nice by Curious there. He had some great control there, forced those Banelings to run around. But now there's a swell of Lings here for Life, and he has an opportunity to counterattack on his own. A Baneling out there defensively, and it is stopped. There is a Spore Crawler going up, but that's not going to matter. There's just a Queen here. And what is going to defend against here? There's a bunch of Roaches coming in, but they are just too damn slow to get there on time, and this third base is going to go down.
Yeah, this is why Roaches are not so good on a map this big, and that third base does go down. And imagine if Curious had played a similar style to Life. He would have had his Lings there. He would have had Banelings there as well. And that's a big loss there. But of course, nice Baneling hit there. But I was saying, of course, the initial attack in a heads-up fight, in a heads-up engagement, Curious still wins because he has Roaches over Lings. And as long as he gets Roach speed and his +1 out, then he's going to win directly. He has the Infestor Pit down too at a roughly same time. But right now, the third base is a little bit faster here for Life.
Yeah, it's definitely going to get up much sooner. He also has retaken map control with these Lings. The Roaches know that they can't really move out because he will lose that third again. Macro Hatch going down for Life. His Roach Warren is going down. And again, he kind of plays this delayed style a little bit, but my God, it works out quite good. This time he is going to get Pathogen Glands, and Burrow is going down as well for Life. So he's really, really gearing up quite well for this next stage of battle. And with this Ling control as well, I feel like he really can continue to do some more damage oh my gosh, look at that. Due to the Carapace upgrade, he gets rid of both of those Banelings right there. He's going to make a run by for the third again, and it's almost done. Is there going to be canceled? No, he might take out this third a second time.
Oh, the Roaches do have speed though, so it's a lot easier for Curious to defend against this time around, and he does defend against it. A nice attempt there by Life. Maybe should have waited a little bit longer for the Roaches to move out a little bit past that first Overlord, and that could have worked. Nice attempt there by Life to bring that down, but so far it didn't work. He's going to try again here, got a lot of Lings. The Overlord spread once again slacking from Curious. It happened on Ohana, it's happening again here.
And there's a run by of these roaches again. Lings will gladly take the losses. They're going in. There are 6 roaches just hanging back, trying to defend this hatchery, but he just goes in and target fires the hatchery, and look at how quickly it will fall as it goes down again. The roaches come to clean it up, but those drones are mining for nothing, and now the third base is up for life. It does take a contaminate there, but the infestor count looking absolutely fantastic for life. He's now starting to get his roaches out. His roach speed is going to be finishing, and honestly, his upgrades, he's at +2, but since he's already got the carapace for the Lings, he's going to have that carapace advantage as well.
Yeah, this is a really great position for life to be in. Even sends down Lings again, DJ Wheat, to this third base. And with +2 attack, they're just making short work of structures over and over and over. And Curious is in a disastrous position, losing again. And this is why this mobility, this aggressive Ling style is so good on a map this big here. And Curious returns home with his slow, dragging roaches, and they can't do anything. And to be honest, he can't attack. He can't attack into infestors either, so he has to double expand here instead, which can easily be greeted by a 4th base as well of life.
And we do have 2 infestors burrowing up. They're going for a special Black Ops mission here, Apollos. They're making their way across the map. If we take a quick look and survey the front, there is a spore crawler that is nearly dead at the front, but he would be able to spot these infestors, and it does look like their rally point is very close to that front, so he's got to be careful. Oh, he's actually going to swing those around. Might be going directly into the main as well, and I do not see, or into the third, and I do not see very much coverage there in terms of detection. But anyway, they're going to back off. Third base now up for both player, or excuse me, now up just for life. Curious trying to get that third base up again, and I mean, he's been trying so badly. He now has this 4th base up, and that might be his saving grace here, Apollos, just to have 1 base up, because his opponent is really getting a nice army. He's taken the supply lead now, and his infestor count's just out of this world.
And the Overseer sees the army. It sees the upgrades being at 2-0. 2-0 about to be done here, but there is that carapace upgrade advantage. The energy on the infestors, was more infestors, should I say. 15 for life compared to 9. Defender's advantage, of course, with Curious, but is it going to be enough to hold on against this attack?
I mean, look at how much he's actually splitting things up. He's going to go ahead and preemptively throw out some fungals here. And is he going to make an attack before those spines finish? It looks like the answer is yes. He throws out a few more infested terran. He's also gearing up for an attack over on the east side as well. So this could just be a big distraction. A ton more infested terrans going out. This might as well be a Terran army for both sides. Curious has quite a few. And a lot is going down there. The attack from the south has begun as well, but look at the amount of infested Terrans left over here, and nothing but infestors, and the infestors are falling like crazy.
Yeah, infested Terran, such a beautiful, beautiful use of energy here by Life. Always had more than his opponent, and is going to push his way to the natural. Will cancel that carapace upgrade, will bring the Roach Warren down, and Life with his burrowed infestors takes the game, and it looks like